What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. We're recording this the same day as the last one that just got uploaded, so it's going to be quite a time difference, pretty much about a week. I haven't done anything else to the car, so the car is exactly where we left it. Well, actually, I just pulled out the old tensioner for the timing chain, so that's the old one. We got us a new one right here, new washer with the kit. So pretty much all we're going to do today, I know I said we were going to do this in the last video, but I got a little busy with those two cars. So what we're going to do today is we are going to throw the timing chain back together into the vehicle. We're going to throw pretty much all the parts that I have, well, I only really have the timing chain for it at the moment, but we're going to throw that together. We're going to drain the oil out the engine because I think so. All of this gunk, right, has to come from somewhere. So I think it's coming from the gasket for the cooler, but the cooler gasket's here. I think it's coming from like down here, but I'm not 100% sure. So I had to get gaskets and stuff, and I think it had just leaks everywhere because obviously if it was just here, it would have just gone down. Well, it did. And there's some in here too, but it's all on this side of the block. That's fresh because that's where the tensioner is. The whole side of the block is covered, and then down here on where the intake manifold sits underneath, there's some here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's coming from the, well, it might just be, I was going to say it looks like it's a valve cover, or not a valve cover, head gasket, but since it's already wet underneath the head gasket, or like above the head gasket, I think the head gasket's fine. But so yeah, what we're gonna do, we're going to put together the rest of the car, throw the timing chain back in, and then probably just clean up the engine somewhat as we can, and then tomorrow or tonight, depending on what time it is, we'll run to the store, grab a valve cover gasket so we can go ahead and seal this up. But I have to wait to put this stuff back together because I have to take it off to change this gasket. So, and I don't know if I have to wait to throw the valve cover on or not, because there's a big plastic piece that goes like here and there for the cabin air filters, and it was broken. So I'm going to have to order another one of those. My truck just opened. I'm going to have to order another one of those. So I have to wait on that to come in when I order it. And then I broke the vacuum line off the brake booster when I was pulling the intake manifold off. So I've got to replace this too. So that's got to be replaced. That's got to be replaced. So I got to order those two. Those, unfortunately, I have to order straight from BMW. They're about $100 each. It's not terrible, but, you know, it could be better. And then after that, I guess we'll just see where the project goes. So I'm going to set you guys down for a time lapse again, and we're going to start throwing this together. So, it's really hot out here for one. But, so we have everything put back in. I have to put the timing block on these to put the Vanos thingies where they're supposed to go. And then I gotta plug these in. Or stick them in there. And other than that, timing is done. Put all that back together. Put these caps back in. Figure out a way to tighten the Jesus bolt because I don't want to put it on this pulley by itself, and I'm solo at the moment, so I don't have anybody to hold it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so had everything timed up, about to put on the Vanos timing sensor, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So this is 2 days later. My camera died when I was working on the car last time, and I didn't get a chance to record anything yesterday because I was a little busy. So I don't remember what you guys saw last, but the engine is now timed. The chain's in, the sprockets are in, the hub pulley is in, the seals are in on the front. You got the tensioner in, the pin is pulled out. So this is what I was talking about. You ground it down right here and kind of ground this down a little bit. Throw it in. I think I got a little bent, but it's not bad. So I also went to the store yesterday. Got me a valve cover. So we got a valve cover. Yeah. A new oil gasket. I don't know if I'm gonna need this or not yet, but we'll see. Got that one hose that I was trying to figure out what was broken. That's took me forever to figure out. Spark plugs. Should be one more. 6. The gasket for the, I don't even know, the cam adjuster. Yep, got that gasket. And then got valve cover hardware. So pretty much everything I bought at the moment. Got all that, and then right now today, so I'm debating on whether or not I should put in the valve cover right now, because so I'm at the point where I can. Everything else is done, but there's a piece that sticks out about here, and I don't know if the valve cover needs to be out or not to pull it out, because I pulled it out after I had the valve cover off. So I'm gonna try and do some research and see if I need to pull the valve cover off, or keep the valve cover off to take that off. I wouldn't think you need to. That'd be kind of dumb, but I don't know. Also, I just realized it looks like this flange has been replaced before to a metal one, which is good. These seals are ordered for the VVTi, which is why I haven't put them in back in yet. I just gotta pop them in. So I'm gonna clean it up, pop those in, and clean up. I think the rest of today's video, like I said, I don't even know how long this video is, but I'm gonna clean everything up today. So we're gonna see how well we can get the engine cleaned up. We're not gonna go down here, unfortunately, yet, because I don't want to mess with all that yet. So we're gonna stay up top for now, and then once I end up going under the car, change the oil and stuff, that's when we'll go ahead and just spray everything down there. So we'll do that. And then, depending on time, because I have to go somewhere later this afternoon. So depending on the time, I might still throwing stuff back together, like the radiator and stuff up front that can be put back together. And then all it is throwing everything else back together. So, set you guys down for a time lapse, and we'll get to cleaning. So today we're going to be seeing trying to put together as much of the 5 series as we can, put it back together. So it's raining right now, so we're going to try to get a lot of this done, or as much of this as we can done before it starts raining too bad, and before my camera dies, because it's actually really low on battery. So this is that cover I was talking about in the last video that goes to the back right here, that bolts up right here, that I didn't want to put in because I didn't know if I didn't want to put the valve cover on because I didn't know if that was in the way. So what we're going to do, we're going to basically put that back on, set the valve cover on top, and see if I can basically see if I can still remove that with the valve cover on. So before I tighten it down and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on that, and then I'll update you guys when I'm done. Okay, so we're back. I figured out that you can put the valve cover on with that on or off, and get that out with the valve cover on or off. So we're going to valve cover gasket's already on. Hopefully it's the right way. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna do that, and then we're going to tighten these bolts down, get the valve cover completely seated. Then we're gonna put this sensor on. I guess with those spark plugs on, pick everything up that we can, and then we'll move on to something else, or call it quits for the day. I don't know yet. I also threw together the pulley. Put in the VTEC or VVTi solenoids, VVTi solenoids, throw those on, and I went to tighten this ground. I'm assuming it's a ground, but as soon as I put a bolt on, a wrench on it, it's just the bolt kind of snapped because it's an aluminum bolt. So that's nice. So I got to go find another bolt for that, but I can get to that with a wrench or something. So it's not really that bad. After that, I don't know. We'll just kind of see what happens. I've got to clean up this, and I've got to figure out where these hoses go. So there's a hose that goes to the back of the intake manifold that I ordered. It goes in right here. I already ordered that, and it's that one right there above the positive sensor. But I figured out the other one that was broken is on the bottom of the engine, right off of the, it's like down there, right off of the oil pan. So we're gonna figure out what that hose is, get that ordered. So yeah, most likely I'm probably just gonna end up tightening up the valve cover, and then we'll be done with this for the day, because I don't really want to put most of this back yet until I'm done reaching across, because I feel like having a radiator and support bar in the way and trying to bend over would be a whole lot harder. So yeah, we're gonna order the cabin filter housing, the vacuum pump hose for the brake booster that I broke, the other one of those hoses, and you go buy an ignition coil, and then I think we should be good. But again, I don't know. This is just kind of put together, and we'll see. So I'm gonna put these bolts in and update you guys in a minute. Okay, so the valve cover's back on and is completely torqued to spec. So now we got to put the, I don't know if I should put the spark plugs in. I feel like I should, because it's like, I feel like it's gonna be hard to get this. Well, actually, I don't know how any of this goes, to be honest here. I'm just kind of feeling this out. So I need to put this gasket in here, get that in there, and then once I get that in there, I'm gonna work on the rest of the spark plugs and stuff. So tonight I'm gonna get the rest of this side hooked up, so all this wiring gets plugged up, all that, and then we'll worry about the rest of the side in another video, and then the accessory pieces. So almost done. So hopefully this doesn't take too much longer because it's really, really humid out here because all this rain that just happened. So I'm gonna get back to it and, you know, update you guys when I'm done. Okay, so we've got the, I think it's like the cam phaser. No, the cam phaser's up here. It's the eccentric shaft sensor motor, something like that. We've got that all mounted up. We've got the wiring harness mounted up, plugged up. So all we have, and the ground's hooked up, so all we have to do is plug the spark plugs in. I'm gonna pop the coil in, but I'm missing one coil, so I just have to go buy another one and pop it in. After that, I'll come to the, actually I'll go ahead and come to the front now. I can plug in a couple of these sensors like this one. Go ahead and pop that sucker in there. And then I think besides that, up front, we're all good. That's a little wiggly because it's missing bolts from the other side from where the intake manifold got taken off of. But that's alright. So all we've got after this, after all this side, to get this side completely done, all I've got left to do is basically plug in the spark plugs, plug in the wires, and this side should be all good. And then I'll have to get the cover for the cabin filter, like I've already said before. Get that piece. And then after we get that piece, we'll figure out these hose situation, get that figured out, and then we'll be done. Gotta get this off too still, but we're almost there. Almost at the halfway point. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys me throwing spark plugs in, throw that on the time loop. After we do that, we'll just see where it goes. Okay, so before my camera dies, almost done. So I think I'm gonna stop here though, even though literally almost done. I'm gonna leave two coils out because this is the broken one. I gotta get it replaced anyway, so I obviously can't put that in. But I'm gonna bring this one just so I can match it up, make sure I get the right one, you know, all that fun stuff. So, with that being said, it's gonna be the end of today's video. So far, we got the valve cover on, almost all the accessories plugged up except for the belt, the tensioner belt plus the belts. So, and then yeah, so basically the whole mechanical side of the car is done. So all we have left is the intake manifold and all the piping plus the cooling, the engine cooling. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I told you, if you follow my Instagram, you already know this, but this 5 series content, it's coming. So it's coming pretty fast. So if you guys don't subscribe, I suggest you subscribe. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.